Hello Cancer, my name is Missy and I'm here to pull some AstroCharms for October. I'm actually going to focus a little different for this particular reading because we have a lot happening astrologically this month. We have Mercury stationing direct October the 2nd, which is tomorrow. We have Pluto stationing direct next week on the 8th. And Saturn will station direct on the 22nd, 23rd, and then we're going to have a lunar eclipse on the 25th. So for Cancer specifically, that means when Mercury stations direct, that's going to be hitting your 3rd house. Pluto will station direct in your 7th house, and then Saturn will station direct in your 8th house. So these are the areas that we really kind of want to focus on. And the reason for that is because Pluto is actually leaving Capricorn and entering into Aquarius, which means it's not, it's not just a change of signs for most people, especially if you use whole sign houses when you read your chart. That means it's going to be changing house for you as well. So there's going to be changes happening in a different area of your life, where the changes were happening in your relationships and partnerships. Those changes are now going to be happening in your joint resources, maybe your sexual relationships. So we want to kind of look at that. Let's look at first the 3rd house, because that's where Mercury is going to station direct tomorrow. And the 3rd house is the house of, communication of all forms. This can be written, this can be spoken, this can be the thoughts in your head, this can be what you learn in school. This is also the house that governs like your siblings, your peers, your friends, the people, the neighbors that live near you, right, in your neighborhood, as opposed to the ones the people that just live in your city. So your focus for this month, we're going to get to the card in a second. It's going to be being resourceful and being cunning, which completely makes sense for the transits. You have Javelina on the bottom of the deck. So there could be a power struggle coming in, which we'll talk about in just 1 second. And it's around money, which we already knew because of the 8th house. So let's talk about this. All right, so in the 3rd house, when Mercury stations direct, more than likely you will probably be researching something. That's what this cunning resourcefulness here is coming through, right? More than likely, whatever you're researching has to do with partnerships, contracts, promises, responsibilities that you have made in the past, and how they need to change moving forward. And those things are probably going to be connected to joint resources in some way. If it's not joint resources, and this is something where this is a partnership in terms of romantic partnership, that means what's happening in the 8th house is going to be related to the sexual aspect of that romantic partnership. Like maybe there's something that you're researching and you're learning about, your significant other and their sex life that changes everything for you. And if that is the case, I am so sorry for that. But if you would probably already know about it if it was the case. Like, I'm not telling you anything new right now in this reading. At least I hope I'm not. And if I am, I apologize for that. I hate having to be the bearer of that kind of news. But we have the song. Hold on. Wasted on You, Morgan Wallen. Okay, so this abundance card is corresponding to your 8th house, Aquarius, and Saturn stationing direct, meaning, Saturn can restrict, so maybe your money will be restricted in some way. But then when Pluto changes signs and moves into Aquarius, that it can lift some of that restriction, especially because Aquarius is a rebellious sign. And the other thing that we need to talk about too is that where Pluto was in Capricorn, that, if you look at it from the dynamic of Pluto being the employee and Capricorn or Saturn being the boss, right, the manager, that means whatever Saturn says Pluto has to comply with, right? And so Saturn likes to restrict. Well, Saturn also rules Aquarius. He rules both Capricorn and Aquarius. And so the difference is that when Saturn rules Aquarius, you have two managers. You got two big bosses. It's not just Saturn making the rules and laying down the law anymore. Now you've got Uranus coming in and questioning the rules that Saturn's putting down. There's a little bit of a power struggle as seen here with this card. So take that however it resonates for your situation, but when you are looking at Pluto's move from Capricorn into Aquarius, or the 7th to 8th house for you, there could be power struggles regarding money that you might need to prepare for now. Like maybe this is the research that you need to do, or maybe this is a conversation that you need to have now in order to prepare for Pluto's move into Aquarius in March of 2023. So again, take that however it resonates for your situation. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this coyote here to remind you to be cunning and resourceful and to do your research. Really pay attention to the details as well, because Mercury in Virgo likes to pay attention to the details. And if you're dealing with contracts, if that's what you need to be cunning about, if you need to make changes to or put an end to a contract, you're going to have to really pay attention to the details for that. All right, so let's go ahead and get some charms to see what's happening. We have the song Cuff It by Beyonce. Man, I wanted to spread those out, and I didn't mean to drop them into one little pile, but it just sort of happened. Okay, so I'm actually going to spread a couple of these out so you can see them, or so that I can see them, but most of what I'm going to read right now is all in the center. So we have the charm that says be brave, be kind, be true. We also have the chicken here, so there's something you're afraid of. It's your focus is to not let that fear get to you, and it could be that you're confused as well. But there is some fortune coming in for you. Oh, hold on, it could be surrounding a V, a person, place, or thing with the initial V. All right, so this is everything that was in the center. Hopefully you can see all that. So this one here says, do as you would be done by, almost too simple, but this is all you need to get by, which is important, right? It's saying do the right thing and you don't have to worry. There's nothing to be afraid of, especially with this chicken here. Pay attention to the details again, because of Virgo, that will get rid of any confusion that you have. These are the things that you need to focus on, or clearing up any confusion. Having this particular castle here, I always feel like this is saying to hope or dream, right? It's like a fantasy, a castle, like a fairy tale castle is how I feel about this particular charm. So, and there's fortune attached. So all of these charms together are saying you don't have to worry about anything. Whatever you wish, you will get. Especially with this here, if you're clear. So if you are having to renegotiate a contract of some kind, whether this is a marriage contract or a business contract, if you're very clear, there's no confusion, and you're kind and courteous and brave, and do the right thing, whatever you ask for, I think you will receive. With these charms here, I think that's what it's saying. And this could be in regards to a person, place, or thing with the initial V. So we're going to set these actually off to the side. I'm going to put them back in my charm bucket. All right, now coming over to the first house. So we've got the day rune. So again, there's clarity. I think you need to be clear. That's what this is saying here. The more clear you are, more specific you are, the better off it'll be, especially with this piece of fluorite coming out over the second house, which is your house of money. This particular piece of fluorite connects to the throat chakra. So again, and I always see fluorite as the student's stone. It's really good for mental pursuits and studying, research. And so that's what came out in the beginning of your reading anyway, was how you were going to have to research something and really pay attention to the details. For your 6th house, pay attention to the details of the money is what this is saying here, and be very specific about the details in terms of money with this piece of fluorite in the 2nd house. So with the 6th house, you've got the fish and the magician's hat. Again, I think whatever, like, it feels like, so this is the house of charity, right? And it feels like you're magic, like you're abundant, like it's kind of going back to what was in the beginning where it was saying, as long as you're doing the right thing and you're on the up and up, or on the up and up is the best way I can say how it feels. Like as long as you have a good heart, it's going to come back to you. It's almost like give and you shall receive energy that's healing, that heals you, or that is charitable of some kind. Could be attached to work as well. Like maybe this has to do with, and especially because look at up here. Ooh. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this to be the I love you charm. I thought it was going to be the one that says give a girl the right shoes. I was wrong about that. But this says I love you. Like maybe somebody really admires you at work, or maybe they really, really admire you at work, like more than anything, but that's kind of a whole other area. It's not completely what I was expecting for this. I was expecting these two together to say like your reputation, your integrity at work, or in whatever work that you do, or in whatever this situation is like so above board that it's like beyond reproach, right? Like that would be the reason that you would get whatever you ask for, because it said with the other charms, like do the right thing, right? So here in the 7th house, you could be dealing with a person, place, or thing that has the initial M. You have the number 6 domino coming out over the earth element. So this is like money. That's what 6s represent. It's like love or money. Material things, and having it come out over the element of earth, it really grounds something. It's saying there's something tangible attached to a person, place, or thing with the letter M that's going to be important for either this contract or this partnership or this relationship. So with the 8th house, we have this teeny tiny little piece of, I think this is howlite. It's either howlite or agate. Either way, I feel like it's like a gentle, soothing energy coming out. Like be gentle if you're going to end something, I feel like that's saying. Like be gentle if you have to say no. And remember in the beginning that charm that was saying be kind, be courteous, be all of these things. So that's just another confirmation of it. Like if you're renegotiating a contract for work and it's not what you want, or if someone's asking you to marry them or something and you kind of don't want to say, or someone wants to commit with you and you're saying no, come on, focus. There we go. Just be kind about it, is what that's saying. Okay, so we have, this is the blank rune, and then we have the moon, and we've got a piece of tourmalated quartz coming over the 9th house, and you've got Pisces ruling your 9th house. With the moon here, I feel like it's saying you're doing self-care and dream work. There's something happening in dream time, and this has been coming up a lot in a lot of the readings that I've been doing lately, where dream time, like it's saying really pay attention, messages are coming through to people in dream time, especially having the moon here in Pisces, and you're a Cancer, or Cancer rising, I should say. Like, I don't know if I explained in the beginning, if you are a Cancer rising, these readings will resonate for you more than if you're watching this as a Cancer sun or moon. Not that it won't resonate for you as a Cancer sun or moon or other placements, it's just that if you have Cancer rising, this particular wheel is set to your natal chart. So what I'm talking about is going to hit these houses for you specifically, which means it should resonate for Cancer rising more so than sun or moon. Anyway, so that's been coming out for a lot of signs, and especially with Cancer rising, that means you're ruled by the moon anyway. And then to have the moon come out in Pisces, a fellow water sign, a very psychic water sign, in the 9th house that has to do with your subconscious or your higher self. Pisces has to do with dream time. And the terminated quartz is all about clearing or getting balanced and clearing your energy through meditation or shadow work in order to protect yourself, which is a form of self-care, but it's also the unknown. These runes here are made of rose quartz, but to have the blank rune, it's saying, you know, the unknown, like you're branching off into the unknown in dream time, and I think you're getting answers there. You're getting intuitive answers that are helping you make this decision over here, or helping you maybe navigate where you should be doing the research over here. We already spoke about this and how it is attached to, I think someone admires you at work or admires the work that you do. We have the song Hold Me Closer by Elton John. Interesting that I was just talking about that and this song. I think someone at work maybe has a crush on you. I don't know. Someone really, really, like, your integrity is, you know, someone who really thinks highly of you, at least. I think they want more, and I think it is attached to, like, maybe they could even be a boss. The reason that I say that is this is the 10th house. We do have Aries energy here. And so, yeah, this could be like a boss or someone who's maybe got a higher position than you. And then here in the 11th house, you've got the number 3 domino. Like I think your friends are going to be a support to you. It's coming out over the earth element. So when I say support, like maybe it's something tangible, maybe they give you a reference, right? Or they actually give you something that you can hold in your hand that's a big help for you. In making this, maybe they have some sort of evidence or information that you need, maybe a book or something that can help you to navigate this situation here. We have Pink Venom by Blackpink playing in the background. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading here. I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notification bell, anything you can to help me get my channel out there. And I thank you for watching.